Hello, my name is Laura Villanueva. I graduated from Carey High School in 1996. My parents are Jesus Arriaga and Victoria Arriaga. We live in Peekaboo by Silver Creek, and it was a very relaxing and quiet place to live. I was really happy there. My favorite memory is dress up day, where the girls will dress as boys and boys as girls. And I had no idea that just what the level was it. So when I was supposed to dress as a man, I took my dad's working clothes from the ranch, and I went with my makeup and did my mustache and my hat and everything. And so when I got to school, they were very surprised to see that I looked like a man. So at first I was embarrassed, but then within 5 to 10 minutes, I decided that it was my day, and they said dress as a man. So some of the other girls just had a hat and a tie from their brothers and with makeup on. So I didn't wear any makeup that day. And that's one of my favorite memories. My other favorite memory is prom night. I missed prom night on my junior year because I had no idea. Language was a big barrier, and I just had no idea what prom was. And so for my senior year, Peggy asked me if we were going to prom, and I said, no, what's that? And she explained, and I grabbed my best dress that I had, and I took my boyfriend at the time, now my husband, and we had the greatest night. It was very fun, it was very fantastic, elegant, and we danced all night long, and I have never forgot that. So that's a great, great memory that I have, prom night. I consider all my classmates my friends. Every morning, just when they say good morning to me, that was enough to consider them my friends, or a hi. Boys were tougher than the girls because it's natural. And I was this 19-year-old girl that I got in their class, so I was older than all of them. April Brody, Angie Wood, April Patterson, Christy Simpson were the ones that I remember. I'm sorry if I forget someone else, but my memory is just fading away, as you can understand 25 years later. But I still remember those girls, and they make my life and my sister Yolanda so much sweeter, because they will smile to us and say good morning. And some days were better than others, but overall I consider all my classmates my friends. Well, I don't have a favorite teacher. I am very grateful with all the teachers that I had. I came in my junior year, and I didn't know any English, maybe one or two words in English, and it was very difficult. I'm very grateful with all the teachers that I had, because they have a lot of patience with me, and my sister Yolanda. I want to mention them. I'm afraid that I will forget one of them, but please don't offend. It's 25 years later. Mr. Cook, Mr. Kirkland, Mr. Mickham, Miss Berg, Miss Loudon, Mr. Bingham. Mr. Bingham was, he took these two girls that knew no English at all, and he was a Spanish teacher. So he will help us extra time a lot. He will give us extra work to take home. And Peggy, she was wonderful. She took us under her wing, me and Yolanda. She will learn Spanish for us because she helped us to translate the whole books with the help of the dictionary. There was no Google Translate those days. So she and I and Yolanda will translate word by word, and then she will negotiate with the teachers to fight to give us 1 or 2 more days extra to study for tests or to turn in homeworks. Peggy will bring coins from the chocolate stand to teach us how to use the pennies, the dimes, the nickels, and all the coins. She will teach us to count the money. And that was something that a junior, you will see it and you were like, what? What are they doing? But that was our first steps. And Peggy took us on our first steps, and she believed in us. And she made us believe in ourselves. And Yolanda and I are very grateful for that. She and Mr. Bingham were very, very, very compassionate. The other teachers were too, but everybody was doing their job as teachers, and they had a lot of compassion for us. But Mr. Bingham and and Peggy were the ones that helped us a lot. Miss Loudon received us in art class with no communication at all. So since art is a speechless language, me and Yolanda felt free. And I don't know, maybe we did a very good job that we got the Cecily Smith Award 2 years in a row, because we didn't speak, but we did our work in art, and she liked it, and she was very good. She was fantastic. So thank you to all my teachers. Because of them, I am the person that I am today. Thank you. I will, since we live in Picabo, it was the only house that the rancher provided for my dad. And so we had no neighbors. So I will hike up and down Silver Creek Road, Picabo Road. In the summertime, sometimes I will find snakes on the road and just skip them and keep running or keep walking. In the winter time, I'll go for long walks. And snow was new to me. So I was amazed. It was fantastic. Every snow drop that was on my hand, it was like a miracle, which is to these days, but snow is not the same to me 25 years later. But I was amazed, and I was really, really happy. And then the first 2 years that I was here, those winters were very, very heavy. We got a lot of snow. So I was very lucky. And since I didn't have a legal status when I came to the States, my only dream was to work, because we came from Mexico from economical reasons. So it was out of my mind to go to college. Language was a big barrier. My parents had no money, and I knew that college was expensive, and it just was out of my mind to go to college. I never considered that. And then my boyfriend started mentioning the word marriage. So I said, well, marriage is a good way to go to. And then we got married right after, after I graduate, a few months after I graduate. I became a mother for Laura Villanueva and Jesus Villanueva. And that's my journey, and that's what I love to be, a mother. After I got married, we moved to Haley to live with my husband, and we lived in Haley for 12 years. Not only went to school in Bellevue Elementary, and my son Jesus too. And then in 2008, we moved to Carey. Natalie joined the 5th graders just right before they went to the Yellowstone trip, from where we are very grateful to Mrs. Kuhn. And Jesus got into elementary on 1st grade in Carey School. My kids and my husband. My kids inspire me to be a better mom every day, and my husband inspired me to be a better person, and they both inspire me, and I'm really grateful that I live in this community and to enjoy the quiet place. I moved to Carey because there was the opportunity to be closer to my parents, and that was the right move to do because Haley was starting to get really crazy for school, and then we saw the opportunity to own a house, and that everything worked perfectly. And then here we are, living very peacefully, and my kids couldn't be safer and happier than Carey High School. Ready? We never think that we are ready. At least I never thought that I would be ready, but I was. With as little language as I have learned in school, I get by, and then I start working on my language. I will go to the library in Haley or Ketchum and get myself into newspapers, magazines, cooking books, and I just try to survive and read and read and read and read, and that get me through life, and then to work, and then through my kids, and here I am. Well, life is a piece of cake. But sometimes cake get burned. So it's a guarantee that difficult times will find you in your life. When they do, I have learned to think clear, don't look for problems, fix what you have done, respect others, forgive others who have offended you, and ask for forgiveness who have you offended. And then the last thing, learn from your experience, and then forgive yourself, and life goes on. There is tomorrow. Well, advice. The phrase "I love you" is extremely overused these days, and sometimes the meaning of it's lost. But when I'm say I love these kids, I really mean it this time. In my memory, it's really fresh, and the goosebumps is still here from the emotions that I got at the graduation night a few days ago. I really love and respect these kids. I admire them. They have gone through a lot, through so much difficult times. They know difficult times already. They have lived a pandemic, and they have gone through it and a lot more. The one thing that, I don't know how to put it, but it's reality, it's life, and brought memories that I have already forgotten, was when the difficult times hit everybody on my son's class and another class on April 18th, and they got this devastating accident. I pray with all my heart that all the kids return to their home and their parents safe and healthy, and they did, and it was a miracle. Every one of them had an angel, and they saved them, because it was terrible, but thank God we have a happy ending to it. So they learned that, and then that's something that they will live forever, and we're as parents too, and are very grateful. But the advice that I will give them is the same advice I will give to my son. Work as hard or easy as you wish. Results will tell how hard you desire it. Dream big, be realistic. You are the only architect of your life. Be compassionate, love your family. They will be there for you all the time. Don't cause pain to anyone. Give a hand to anyone who needs it. That's the advice that I will give them. I am proud of my kids, and proud of my husband, and I am proud to be part of this community. And one thing that I am really proud and happy is My sister Alejandra was the first Hispanic to graduate from Carey High School. And then to complete things, I am the second in the family, and Yolanda is third, and we graduate within 2 years from my sister in 96. And then my brother Jesus Arriaga graduated in 1997. So for the record, we are the first Hispanic family to completely graduate from Carey High School. And that's what made my parents' dream complete. That was their American dream, that their kids survive in this society, learn to navigate the system in the country, and respect it, and we did. And that's something to be really proud of. My parents wrote about it. The other thing that I'm really proud of is my 2 kids graduated from Carey High School. My 2 nephews from Alejandra's marriage, Omar and Jesus. And Viviana and Victoria are next. So that's something to roar about. I am very proud to be a Panther. My name is Laura Villanueva, and I graduate from Carey High School.